I'm here again with Titan of the Week. This week's Titan of the Week is Stephanie Cuervas. She's one of our few girl wrestlers that we have. Stephanie, we nominated you because one, your work ethic and your commitment to the team in the off season, and because I think, and a lot of people would agree, we have kind of high expectations for you coming into the year because of what you've shown so far. So, how long have you been wrestling, Stephanie?
I started wrestling in February of this year. Haven't had any matches, never been in a tournament situation. So your guys' expectations are really high, but I think that I can achieve them through the hard work and the lifting and everything that we do.
Something that's kind of unique about Stephanie, which isn't so much true for other girls, is she's in one of the upper weight classes, so a lot of times she's wrestling boys, if not men, and you do handle yourself very well with them. So that's something that instantly gets us thinking, excited about you. So talk a little bit about your grades, because I know that you are a scholar athlete, and talk about what your grades mean to you.
Well, they're really important, especially being in AP classes. Your goal in that class is to beat the person above you every single time. So in an AP situation, most of the time the person you sit next with is the person you're beating every day. And it's kind of like with wrestling, it's the person you wrestle against, you want to be better than them. So I look at them as they kind of coexist with each other.
Excellent. And we touched already on kind of, the team's expectation for you and kind of what we're looking for this year. Or what do you really expect from yourself? What are some goals that you've been setting for yourself for this year?
Well, my number one goal is to make it through my first match. Because I do have asthma, so making it through my first match without any problems is my number one goal. But if I make it through my first match, I'll know I'll make it through every single one after that. And whether I win or lose, it's a learning situation. And so if I don't make it to districts this year, if I don't even make it to state this year, it wouldn't bother me. It just means I need to work harder for next year.
Excellent. And you are a sophomore, so you do have 3 years of wrestling with us, which is very exciting. And really this kind of the culture at Union is changing slightly to be more accepting of girl wrestling as it is across the world. And actually, last week there was a survey put out that female wrestling was the fastest growing sport in the world. So that's really exciting. But just talk about what it's kind of like to be a female wrestler at this point.
Well, when I started wrestling in February last year, almost all my friends are negative outputs. They were it's really gross. You're in a singlet. No one wants to look at you like that. You're going to get some weird skin disease. And wrestling, yeah, who cares? You're in a singlet. Everyone around you is. And being a girl wrestler it's definitely challenging. You get looked at all the time, but there's a sense of pride with being a girl wrestler. You're I hang in with the guys, and it's not that bad. Every girl's I'm gonna get made fun of, and you're not if you put in as much work as everyone else does. They look at you and treat you just like one of the guys.
Excellent. And what are some of the things that you say back to them when they come at you with these negative feedback?
Well, wrestling, I explain it because most of the girls are dancers and cheerleaders who their sport isn't aggressive. And so I look at it as a way to channel aggression that people have, or it's just another fun sport. It's just like dance, you learn moves. In wrestling, you learn moves. It's
awesome. So every time we do a Titan of the Week, I ask for 3 things that you're kind of taking from the sport of wrestling and going to apply them elsewhere. So what are 3 of the things, and how are you applying the 3 skills that you've learned in wrestling to your everyday life?
I'm definitely taking away of the work ethic, because so many times in wrestling you just want to give up. And that helps you in school, because when you're at that point where it's really crunch time and you just want to give up, you keep going because in the end it'll benefit you. And you take away loyalty to your teammates, and that comes into play in the classroom because you can't let another student down if you're on a project. You take away so hard work, loyalty, and then you also take away me leadership personally, because I'm a mentor, but I'm a first year, so it's a lot coming at me, and being a leader comes natural to some people and other people it's taught. Me, I feel like it's kind of taught to me, and that's definitely helpful in the classroom because it allows you to be more open with discussions and class things that happen.
Excellent. Well, great job. You're doing a great job. Fantastic job. Keep working hard. Like I said, we're all really excited to see Stephanie wrestle and just get out there and compete. I know I've witnessed you kind of struggle with your asthma a little bit in the restroom. And I know that's scary, but you push through that, and that shows a lot of courage. And just continue to be tough. Continue to do anything she touches turns to gold. So I'm really excited. Okay, so great job and continue hard work.
Thanks, Coach.